Hey guys, before we begin this video, I ask that you like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps out the channel a lot. And now, on with the video.
It's been 84 years.
Hey YouTube, it's been a while since I've sat down to record, but I'm back with another video. So recently I got a message on my Instagram from someone who's traveling to Minnesota soon and asked if I could do a video of where to photograph bald eagles in Minnesota, and I just had to say yes. Like I had made in my previous Where to Photograph Bald Eagles videos, any body of water is where mostly you'll find a bald eagle. And considering that this is Minnesota, it's not surprising that it should be pretty easy to spot one in this state. And when I was doing research of places in Minnesota to see bald eagles, I came across thousands of places, and I knew I couldn't do all of them because the video would be way too long. So I decided to narrow it down to a few popular places and parks in Minnesota. I know I probably missed a few, or a lot, of parks, but if you're from Minnesota, feel free to leave a comment down below of a park that you think you know that you might be able to find eagles. You can also check out the Minnesota DNR website if you want to find more parks. So, obviously, the Mississippi River is going to be a major contributor to any bald eagle spotting. Just remember to be aware of your surroundings and stay off the ice in the wintertime. Anywhere along the Mississippi and Minnesota rivers, it seems to be a major hotspot to find bald eagles within this state. And any of the thousands of lakes is going to make a good spot for eagle sightings. And also, when I was doing the research for this video, apparently Minnesota gets eagles in the summertime as well. Who knew? As well as that being tied with Wisconsin for having the highest bald eagle count, just coming right behind Alaska. In the northernmost part of Minnesota lies Voyageurs National Park. Voyageurs' landscape was sculpted from glaciers about 10,000 years ago, helping create the lakes, forests, and meadows of what the park is now. Obviously, with this being a national park, you're gonna get all kinds of animals like deer, wolves, moose, black bears, beavers, and wild birds like loons, owls, and the bald eagle. But this video is about the bald eagles and not the other animals within the park. So, around the 70s, there weren't many eagles in the park because of what was happening with the DDT and other chemicals making the eggshells too thin for the eagles to be hatched. But thanks to conservation and better protection, the bald eagle population has soared through the roof. As of 2016, there are around over 40 known nesting pairs within the park. As for seeing them, they can be found flying all over the tall pines around the lake shores and some of the lake islands. But with viewing eagles, the National Park Service recommends that you stay a far distance away from the birds to not disturb or distress the birds, especially when the eagles are in breeding season. But if you're out boating on the lakes, the National Park Service says not to get within more than 200 meters if a nest is near a shoreline. If you do plan to visit Voyageurs and have any more questions about the eagles, you can always ask a park ranger who works there. About 40 miles away from Voyageurs National Park is Bearhead Lake State Park. This park is made up of several lakes and trails, which has plenty of activities like fishing, boating, hiking, snowmobiling in the winter, and wildlife viewing. And with this park being so north, there's an abundance of wildlife you can see all year long. Just remember to view the animals from a respectable distance, and everything should be okay. Superior National Forest is located in northern Minnesota along the US-Canada border and the northern shores of Lake Superior. With nearly 4 million acres of land, yes, 4 million, you have an ample amount of things to do and see while you're here. And with this being a huge area of forest, you're definitely not going to see everything in one day. With its multiple lakes and trails, there's a very strong chance of seeing eagles here. It should be known, as I'm doing this video on August 25th, that Superior National Forest is dealing with a few forest fires. I thought that I would put that as a heads up for anyone who might be traveling there in the near future. And it's another northern Minnesota location for this video. With spanning almost 700 acres, Chippewa National Forest sits northwest of Duluth. Aside from the hiking, fishing, horseback riding, this national forest is host to a few known nesting eagle pairs. With its many lakes and creeks, you'll be sure to find eagles here. Guess what's another northern Minnesota location? It's Trout Lake. This deep lake that hosts trout makes a great place to spot eagles here. And if you love fishing, this lake is a definite place to stop at. Are you guys noticing a pattern here? It's northern Minnesota. This 43,000-acre refuge is home to over 200 known species of bird, which includes the bald eagle. This area lies in a spot called the Transition Zone, where tallgrass prairie becomes hardwood and pine forest, which makes it a haven for all kinds of wildlife. Finally, a southern Minnesota location. Just north of Minneapolis, this 30,000-acre refuge has wooded oak forests, oak savannas, and wetland habitats home to many bird species, the bald eagle being one of those. Just look up in the high treetops and you'll see them. In northwestern Minnesota is the oldest park in the state. This is where the Mississippi River starts its nearly 3,000-mile journey to the Gulf of Mexico. All kinds of wildlife live here, along with the bald eagle. Red Wing in southern Bluff County is right in the middle of what is called the Mississippi Flyway, which is one of the largest migratory routes for eagles. Red Wing has quite a few shops, restaurants, and museums to go visit. There's also the Brian K's Red Wing Bald Eagle Tours, which is open through May 1st through November 1st. And another thing that I should mention is that Red Wing is a small town in the upper Midwest, just throwing that out there. So please remember to use your common sense and basic manners when you're visiting these small towns. Coalfield Park in southern Minnesota is in Red Wing, and this location is right on the banks of the Mississippi River along the Wisconsin-Minnesota state line. During spring and autumn, migratory ducks will stop here and feed. This is a pretty popular spot for white-tailed deer, minks, and gray squirrels. And of course, plenty of bald eagle viewing. You'll probably see a lot of bald eagles down by the river trying to catch fish. Okay, so that's gonna do it for another where to photograph bald eagles in what state video. I know that I obviously missed a lot, like a lot of places for this video. And like I said earlier in the video, if you're from Minnesota, feel free to leave a comment down below to help other people find bald eagles in your state. And with that being said, I will see you guys in the next video. See ya!